So you're driving down from work on a very cool evening, listening to a very favorite song of yours, and then just vibing in your car, and eventually you get flagged down by the police car, and then you're stopped. You are wondering, like, what have I done wrong? I'm driving on the speed limit I should be driving on. And then the police say, no, gentlemen, we just realized your car isn't insured. You go this way because you are 100% sure that your car is insured, right? So you go ahead to like open up your insurance page on your phone, and then you can see, oh, here, see, I have my insurance. So the police is able to open their own dashboard and show you that, yes, your car isn't insured. Now you go ahead to call the insurance company, and then the insurance company tells you, oh, we're sorry, your insurance was due to be renewed by 12 p.m. that day, but because we didn't get any notification from you asking us to renew it automatically as per the email that was sent to you a couple of weeks back, so we have terminated your insurance. Just put yourself in this situation, and here you are standing in front of the police, and eventually you open your email, you're trying to argue, like, no, I didn't have any email like that, and you eventually open up your spam, and there the insurance email was sitting down. Guys, this is a very long story, so please sit very close, grab your popcorn, and because we are going to be learning a whole lot from this exact situation. So hello beautiful people, it's your girl Ada. Welcome to my channel once again. Please do take a second of your time to hit the like button. Yes, I'm waiting. Thank you for doing that. And now, if you do find this content important or interesting, don't forget to subscribe, because in this channel I talk all about all the happenings in the UK, how you as an immigrant can successfully live in the UK problem-free, like without getting any issues with the police or the landlord, social services, and things like that. That's the kind of things I talk about in this channel. I also do talk about immigration matters. So if these are things you want to consider, or these are things that you actually want to know about, consider staying with me on this channel, okay? So let's go right into today's video, because we have a lot to learn. I'm going to be taking this story from the very top. Here this gentleman was standing in front of the police, and now he doesn't know what to do. He can see clearly on his email that an email was sent to him asking him to renew his insurance, asking him to actually send them a notification if he wanted the insurance renewed automatically. But because he hadn't seen the email, he didn't go ahead, he didn't respond. So they assume probably he's got another email, or he doesn't want to continue with them. So by 12 p.m. that day, the insurance was actually terminated. And very unfortunately for him, it happened to be the exact same day he was stopped by the police. You can say there are people who can drive along the road without being stopped by the police for the insurance. That's just you on your lucky day, guys. Because actually, I have known so many stories of people who are stopped by the police that same day the insurance got, expired, all right? So this was his very unlucky day. He got stopped by the police. But in this situation, he was able to explain to them, like, look at what has happened. I didn't see this message in my email. Oh, all right. So the police, they were understanding enough. So, but actually, they told him that the law was the law. So what happened was they put him in their car, and then they drove him home, and they took his car over to the station. They told him to go ahead and sort his insurance and come down to the police station to get his car. Now, guys, stay with me. This story is about to get very interesting. So he goes home. It was already late in the night. He waited till the next day. Eventually, he was able to get like a new insurance cover for his car. And here he was going down to the police station to go and pick. When he got to the police station, he was told, oh, the car has been sent to a place where we had to keep him for security purposes. He went down there, and then he was told he was supposed to pay some amount of money for having the car there 2 nights. Like the day the car was brought in, and that next day he has come to pick up the car. Now he's wondering, like, why? Well, he goes ahead to pay. Of course, he can't argue. So he paid, and then he took his car home, thinking that was the end of the story. Guys, the story was just about to even begin. 2 weeks after, he got a mail on the post. And guess what was on the post? This was a court invitation, inviting him to the court to come and explain why he was driving a car without insurance. And then he was advised to probably get a lawyer while coming down. Here he was, an immigrant in the country. He's only been in the country a couple of months. He started fidgeting. He was very worried. He was very scared. So he called a lawyer. Now, I don't think this lawyer gave a very perfect advice in this situation, because the lawyer advised him not to go. Yes. You can imagine what I'm imagining. The lawyer advised him not to go. The lawyer said, you know what, don't bother appearing in court, because appearing in court, you're going to need to hire a lawyer who is going to cost you over £350 for one appearance in court. You might also incur some other bills which you have to pay. So don't bother getting a lawyer. Just ignore the letter. And if the court doesn't see you, they are going to send you a fine. Okay? So he says, all right, fine. This advice is coming from a professional, so I'm going to stick to it. This gentleman doesn't bother appearing in court. He stays back waiting for the fine. And 2 weeks after, yes, definitely a letter came from the court telling him that he's been fined £250. Guys, do we see how this is escalating? That's not even the end, so keep staying. And here he was thinking that was the end of the matter. So he goes ahead, he pays the £250 fine from the court. And then he was thinking that was the end. So this gentleman was, the person actually started a new job with a company. So he had to do like his DBS, or what we call the Access NI in Northern Ireland, where you do like a security check, police check, and things like that. His mind, his faintest idea, he never imagined that not appearing in court was going to be a court indictment. He had no idea. So whenever he goes ahead to do like his DBS or his Access NI, and then the letter comes back with him having what? A court indictment. At this point, this was the height of his frustration. We all know how important it is to have like a clear Access NI or a clear DBS, because here in the UK, if you do have anything like you have issues on your DBS or your Access NI, especially as an immigrant, most times it's very difficult to get a job, because most employers frankly don't want to deal with, employee who has like anything to do with police or incidences like that, especially if you're an immigrant. Okay, it's okay at times if you're from here, you can always talk your way out or explain or whatnot. But once you're an immigrant and they look at your DBS or look at your Access NI, there's something behind. There's something saying you've been invited by the court and you've been fined, or you have a court case that is ongoing, or you have this or you have that. Oh guys, you really don't want to. So right now, this is the point where he is. He's still wondering. He now has gone back to the lawyer angrily, you can imagine, to say, why did you advise me not to go? Probably if I had gone, I would have been able to make my claim or whatever. Maybe this case wouldn't have been as bad as it appears right now for it to be appearing on my Access NI. So that's the point where he is right now. I brought this matter here so we can learn from it. There are some lessons which I'll be outlining from this matter, which I'm 100% guilty of, which I want us to take home. Okay, please, when you have any contract, be it a contract with your phone, be it a contract like a house insurance, a car insurance, insurance tax, all this direct debit, try your possible best to probably set like an alarm for when the direct debit is going to expire. Okay, like it's at times it's 6 months, at times it's 24. Please don't just rely on the company to remind you to say, oh, your contract is expiring on this day. At times they don't, okay? At times they don't. And even if they do, it might just get spammed, okay? In your email, somewhere in the spam. They send a message which you end up not even reading. And then that is it. They are not going to come back to call you. They are not going to come back to check on you or to find out why you didn't actually go back to check on those messages. It's none of their business, okay? So you yourself, it is your responsibility to set like a reminder on your phone or like an alarm to tell you like maybe a month before, my direct debit on my car insurance will be expiring, on the tax insurance will be expiring, my MOT will be due. Those little things. It's your responsibility to actually set those reminders for yourself. Because if this gentleman had a reminder, he would have known that, oh, my insurance is about to expire. Then maybe he would have been the one actually reaching out to say, I want to continue with you, or I don't want to continue. Just see how a very little thing, like a very little thing, can escalate and become something so huge that you don't even know where to start. Now he has like a court case, now he has an indictment on his Access NI, now he has so many things going on. So this is something that we all are guilty of. At times we just, rely on these companies to remind us, but at times they might not remind you, okay? So it's your responsibility. Right now, this gentleman, in fact, he's so pissed. He said he was going to just sell the car, no, he's the car in the UK because it's a lot. I see some people who are actually driving in the UK without their car being taxed. Most of the time in situations like this where, oh, I didn't realize the tax has expired. Oh, I didn't realize the insurance has expired. What I want you to know today is the fact that even if that insurance expired 10 minutes ago, okay, even if it expires 10 minutes ago and you are found using the car on the road, it is a criminal offense. Yes, it is a criminal offense. To drive a car in the UK without an insurance is a criminal offense. You must have at least the minimal insurance. That's a third party. You must have something to cover the car just in case you hit somebody else. You must have something. you must pay for your tax. With a car that is taxed, you must pay for your tax. Okay, if you drive a car with that is supposed to be taxed without it being taxed on the road, that is also a criminal offense, and you can actually lose your license for it. I actually do know somebody who has lost her license by driving a car that is without being taxed on the road. Yes, her license has been taken away from her. So these are little scenarios which you actually don't want to get yourself into. They are very little to mix. But then when the problem comes, these are very huge problems that can actually escalate very fast. Before you know it, now just see how much he has already spent. He has spent money to pick up the car where it was held. He has spent £250 to pay for the court, and that's not even the end of the matter. It's still going up and up. So guys, we just have to be 100% careful, okay? So this is my message for you today. If you find this video useful, I do hope you've already hit the like button. You can go ahead to comment on the comment section if you've had any such experience, or you know such as somebody who has had such experience, anything, just leave that on the comment section for me. I will be reading so we can also interact. Or if you also do have similar stories which you want me to share on my channel, go ahead and leave it. And send me an email with your story. I'll be happy to share, because when we share these stories, we are trying to help other people not to make similar mistakes, okay? So we can all live happily here in this country. And until next time, I will see you again. Bye for now.